The Last of Us Part
We did it, boys!
Thank you, Jeff. It's an honor to be part of the Game Awards. For me, I've always been interested in telling stories that immerse the audience. I like movies that unfold in unexpected ways and pull people into a world. When I look at video games, I see a lot of parallels with that kind of storytelling.
I agree.
How a player's agency and choice intersect with more traditional storytelling methods. It's exciting to see and really quite groundbreaking.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I don't think The Last of Us 2 will win. I honestly don't think it's gonna win. I just feel like part of me wants to say politics, and I know someone's gonna be like, oh, you're making excuses. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna win. I think they're gonna give it to Ghost. And if Ghost wins, I'll be happy too, because I think Ghost was phenomenal. And I can't wait to do my playthrough for you guys of Ghost of Tsushima. Part of me just thinks that they will not let The Last of Us 2 win. Even though we've done so well tonight and we've cleaned up tonight, I'm sure people are really upset about that. But you just have to ask yourself, if The Last of Us 2 loses Game of the Year, but was #1 in all these other areas that it won in, how is it not the Game of the Year, right? You almost have to ask yourself, make it make sense, right? Like, make it make sense. If it won all of these other categories and was considered the best in, potentially 5, 6, 7 other categories, does that not make it the Game of the Year? It was already declared the best in 6 or 7 other categories. Like, does that not already say that it was the Game of the Year? So if it loses, it kind of doesn't really make sense, but we see that happen at award shows all the time. The hype is kind of killing me. Like I said, I'll be happy if either The Last of Us 2 or Ghost of Tsushima win. I definitely think those are definitely the best two. I don't know how Animal Crossing got nominated over Final Fantasy VII Remake or Half-Life Alyx. But I guess they wanted to be more inclusive. It could be anybody's game. I feel like the show was going to end with a swerve. And I just think there's so many people that are gonna be happy.
Well, that sounded fantastic.
If The Last of Us loses, but I'll be happy if either Ghost or The Last of Us wins. I don't know.
The Last of Us Part 2.
We did it, boys! Bruh!
Again, big congrats to all the other games.
Bruh! Bring out the brooms!
I can't wait to hug and high five
Bruh!
drunk with each one.
Jaggy! Jaggy!
Until next year.
Jaggy, we did it!
I want to
thank
every person that worked on this Ambition game and within 9
Jaggy! Yo!
Shout out to our
we bringing out Jaggy!
Scott Brody, Connie Booth.
We bringing out Jaggy!
Sean
Guys!
Ryan, Jim Ryan, your support.
It wouldn't have made any sense if anything else won.
And more than anything, and I know that I speak for the whole team.
We bringing out Jaggy. We drinking Jaguar blood.
Friends and family that stood by us and supported us.
We are drinking Jaguar blood.
You inspire us not only to make better, more meaningful games, but to improve how we make games. On behalf of
we bringing out the Jaguar blood.
Congratulations to
in the not so smart words of Neil Druckmann.
Winners and all the nominees around the world. Thank you for joining us virtually, and next year
this shot
we'll all be
right here, boys. This shot
in the meantime, there'll be plenty of games
is for all of the keyboard warriors
to Pluful, who is
that got the caps lock engaged right now. For all of you people that hate on this game, just to hate on this game. All you caps lock warriors, I salute you. I'm drinking your tears. I'm drinking your tears. Oh, they gonna be so mad at me. Oh, GG guys, GG.
All the incredible developers and publishers around the world who made this show possible under very trying circumstances. I can't believe we did it. Take care, stay safe, happy holidays, and be well. I'm Jeff Keighley. Good night. We'll see you next year.
Jaguar blood. Woo! No, jokes aside, I'm just having a little fun with people. Don't anyone get offended and get all serious on me. Just having some fun with people. You know, guys, it's okay to not enjoy a game and to not think that something is the best. At the end of the day, I think PlayStation 4 is the big winner. Fans of great games are a big winner. I think most of the nominees were phenomenal. In regards to The Last of Us 2, you know, in my eyes, it was the clear game of the year, right? Just crystal clear game of the year. Other people will disagree with that, and that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a different opinion. But I asked the question, you know, if The Last of Us 2 was considered the best game in 6-7+ categories tonight, how does it lose game of the year? If it's considered the best in all these other categories, how is it not the best overall? You know, game of the year is supposed to be a game that encompasses everything. Do you know what I mean? It encompasses excelling in all these different areas in games. And Ghost of Tsushima was a phenomenal game and very deserving of the award. Very deserving. You can't take anything away from that game. It was phenomenal. But when you think about The Last of Us 2 and the fact that, you know, nominated for 10 awards by most industry experts and, you know, professional game critics, it really was that groundbreaking and that thought-provoking. And I know it's not the fairy tale, you know, happy ending story people really wanted, but if you play the game, you really would see and experience that it was a beautiful journey. It was a journey of emotions, and it was more realistic than the story you may have wanted to see. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Christopher Nolan said it best in his intro, you know, is you think about how these games take you to different places that you don't expect to go to. That's what The Last of Us 2 did. I think that's what it did for me, and I think that's what it did for a lot of people. And, you know, it doesn't take away from any of the other games to think that this game was better than them. Like, these were all great games. But I just feel like when you really look at the piece of work and everything that went into this game, and, you know, even everything it was nominated for, it's because it excelled in those areas. And even, you know, the voters and the critics agreed that it was the best in those areas, right? So I know some people are going to be upset about Ghost of Tsushima, which was, you know, in my opinion, the best, you know, the next runner-up for the award. You know, a lot of people are going to be upset and be like, oh, Ghost was better, Ghost was this, Ghost was that. And you have to ask yourself, like, if Ghost really was better, would it not have beaten it out? Would it not have beaten The Last of Us 2 and all these other areas? Do you know what I mean? Personally, I just think we should, you know, enjoy the games that we enjoy, and it's okay to not like a game or enjoy a game, but let's not get to the level where we try to sabotage one game because we're mad or salty or you know, anything like that. Let's not get to that level, because there's a lot of studios that really put countless years and, you know, they pour their hearts into these projects, these games that we end up with. They pour their hearts into these games, and, you know, you not liking it, it doesn't mean that you have to shit on it and do everything that you can to try to sabotage it or give it a bad name in the future. Like, you know, even the review bombing, like, it's tough when you see stuff like that. Like, even the review bombing, like, it's kind of gross. You know, it's really gross. People got to understand that, you know, it's just a video game, and you can be passionate about it, and you can love it, and you can dislike it, and it's okay. But be civil, you know? Be civil. You don't have to insult someone because they like something and you don't. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be, you know, arrogant. There's so many people that left me comments on my last YouTube video, and that's why I did the the bit that I did, taking a shot of all those tears, everyone's salt, That's why I did the bit that I did. I know people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, look at this guy rubbing it in. What an asshole." Blah 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 blah. I did that bit because I got at least like maybe 6 or 7 comments saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see your salty tears when you guys lose Game of the Year. I can't wait to see how salty you get, and I can't wait to see your salty tears when The Last of Us loses. I'm gonna be watching just to rub it in and just like, guys, it's not that serious."